Alrighty everyone, well game number 2 in this best of 5 series finds us on Automaton LE. Spawning here on the left hand side of the map playing with the red Zerg pieces. He's currently down, but certainly not out of this series just yet. His name is Elazer. And his opponent spawning on the right hand side of the map playing with the blue Protoss pieces. He's currently ahead of this match and wants to keep it rolling in his favor. His name is Neeb. So guys and girls, this series so far has been relatively interesting. Like probably would be the best word to put it, because it's just felt like Elazer was kind of uncomfortable all of game number 1. He couldn't really figure out exactly what he wanted to do. He was trying to put down that natural hatchery. When he did, he accidentally placed a evolution chamber behind that natural hatchery, and so it was just, you know, he had to cancel it, and he's kind of back and forth quite a bit. I feel like Neeb might have just got maybe a little bit in his head in game number 1. But now we're in game number 2. Okay, so game 1 we had Neeb, who was able to just go with a timing push, was able to kind of scout when Elazer went for his very late third hatchery, and decided just to move in, go for a timing push, and was able to just overwhelm Elazer with some beautiful force fields, had a really nice unit composition, was able to just, you know, really kind of capitalize on some, you know, early on mistakes by Elazer. Now, in this game, I'm wondering what Elazer's going to do, especially because he's down a game against one of the best Protoss players out there. You know, what are you going to do in this current situation when you're down against Neeb? And so it looks like a very standard build, to say the least, for Elazer to start this one, as he goes for the hatch gas pool opener, which of course in game number 1 he went for the very quick spawning pool. And so, trying to get some Zerglings out, but, you know, of course, Neeb knew about it. He lost a probe, but he knew about it and was able to kind of defend, you know, very well against those 6 Zerglings that were sent very early on across the map. So, like I said, very standard on Elazer's side of the map. Neeb is going to be going for, of course, the gateway into the Cybernetics core, and then followed up with a natural nexus. And then, of course, the Stargate is to follow that. I'm wondering if he's going to have oracles come out of that starport, or I'm sorry, that Stargate. And we'll have to see here shortly what he decides to do, as it looks like Neeb is going to try to get fully saturated on 2 nexuses, as we've got Elazer going for the very quick, you know, that quick or standard third hatchery, and I like that. Much quicker third hatchery. I like that decision making by Elazer at this point. So already it's starting to look a little bit better for Elazer, at least at in the earlier stages of this one. Beautiful play, to say the least. We do have an adept that is coming across the map. Going to try to do a little bit of some damage, a little bit of some micro once again there by Elazer. Nicely done, but yeah, there we go, guys. I mean, it looks like both players thinking about, you know, the macro focus game possibly, or instead of, you know, like some, obviously there's going to be timing pushes throughout, but I think this might be a game that we might see a little bit more of a macro game between these 2 players, simply because, and the reason why I say that is because we've got Elazer. It doesn't look like he's planning on attacking anytime soon. He wants to macro up a force. And it looks like Neeb wants to keep tabs on what's going on. Obviously, with this Stargate, he's going to be sending out he's got a Phoenix, but then he's also got, of course, the Oracle on that production tab as well. Metabolic Boost is going to be finishing up here, as it just completes for Elazer, the, of course, Zergling speed upgrade. And then we're going to be seeing Warp Gate being researched. It's going to be finishing up in less than 10 seconds for Neeb. And so both players, at this point in the game, really giving each other a good amount of respect at this point. I really like the decision making by both these players. Now we are going to see this Oracle is going to try to get some damage in. Does do exactly that, and that Oracle, as well as the Phoenix, is going to fly on out of there. We are going to see Elazer now getting saturated on 3 bases at this point. So third Nexus coming in now for Neeb, and I like that decision making, actually. He's feeling good about himself. He likes the current positioning he's in. Now these Zerglings are going to see exactly what's going on. At least the scout is probably going to come in here very shortly, I would assume. It doesn't look like he knows about this. So Elazer has no idea about this yet. Now we are going to see, though, the layer's going to be coming in or being morphed in now for Elazer. We're going to be seeing this followed up by the Roach Horn. So we're starting to see the techs of choice by both players. Lots of adepts are moving across the map now for Neeb. And I gotta say, I like this decision to go for this timing push just to try to keep Elazer on his toes, as we can see a couple of Oracles as well as a Phoenix that are moving on to creep now. And the question is Neeb gonna be, or is Elazer gonna be ready for this, as they are gonna commit here to this push? These Oracles as well as those Adepts are gonna try to do as much damage as possible. If the surrounds are in, I don't know if I like this push very much by Neeb at this point. Very interesting decision making to go ahead with that. Neeb must have felt in like a real good position at this point. But nonetheless, Neeb of course is not out of this game just yet. Transfuses on that Overlord, I love it. We are going to see, however, a follow-up, which is a Spire out of Elazer. Very interesting decision making. So Elazer's going to go for the Spire, and the mass revelation comes in. Obviously our Protoss player now knows exactly what is going on in that natural hatchery, or that natural location for Elazer. Beautiful play by Neeb, and this is why he's one of the best Protoss players on the planet. He just is very good at that scouting information. He knows, or just scouting in general, knowing what his opponent is planning on doing. And as we approach that 7-minute mark, I like the position actually for both players currently, and I think it's anybody's game at this point as we see those +1/+1 upgrades coming in now for Neeb. We're also going to see a little bit of a change-up, which is going to be the Robotics Bay. So are we going to see Colossus? That would be very interesting in the second game. But I got to say, both players, it seems, for the most part, they are giving each other a good amount of mutual respect at this point, as we do see Elazer going for that 4th hatchery. And, I don't know if Neeb knows about this. So Neeb does not know about the 4th hatchery. We are going to see, however, a little ball of units, a little death ball of units, that being, some Stalkers, some Sentries, a couple of Zealots, Adepts, as well as Immortals in there. And we're starting to see more and more gateways being added on, 3 in total, and we are going to see the Colossus coming in. I love it. Absolutely love it. So, Colossus we're going to be seeing here in game number 2, guys. Evolved Groove Spines completes now for Elazer, and this is going to get interesting very quickly. Now, we are going to see Neeb is going to, continue, it looks, to try to, kind of get a little bit of some scouting in. And we are going to see, of course, out of the Baneling Nest, we're going to be seeing the Roly-Poly upgrade for the Banelings, which, of course, is centrifugal hooks. Blink is being researched now for Neeb. And so we're seeing just a lot of both these players really getting those upgrades in. And I like how the creep spread is starting to just kind of start to span across towards the middle area of this map. We see one Mutalisk has been spotted on the map, and it looks like Elazer may be considering pushing out at this point. Now, Revelation is on a couple of these Hydras, so Neeb is going to be able to keep tabs on what's going on with this army. Nematized Carapace is going to be completed just now. An extended Thermal Lance is going to be finishing up in a couple of seconds, which of course the extended range on those Colossus. The Muscular Augments is going to be finishing up, as well as those centrifugal hooks. It looks like our Protoss player is not afraid at this point, as we are going to see Neeb is trying to do a little bit of some damage. The splits are going to be coming. It looks like Elazer's thinking possibly about trying to get us around in here. Blink is going to be finished up in less than 5 seconds for Neeb. I don't know what I think about Elazer really going in here. Beautiful force field is going to be going down. Oh my god, the extended Thermal Lance doing so much damage right now, as we are going to see both players kind of trading blows at this point, and it looks like those Colossus have been the tail of the tape so far in this game number 2 that was played at the WCS Spring event. And this is for a spot in the round of 4 of that tournament. Unbelievable play there. I just felt like Elazer absolutely overextended there, and it does look like Neeb is thinking about now pushing in as we pass that 10-minute mark. Now we are going to see another base going down. That is going to be the 5th base of Elazer. We're going to be seeing, of course, the 4 bases being fully saturated for Neeb. I don't know. I mean, Neeb is, you know, I feel like he definitely took a lead there in like with that engagement. He did a lot of damage to a lot of those units of the Elazer with the beautiful force fields, and I think he's doing a really good job keeping tabs on what's going on. Now we are going to see the hive being upgraded or researched at this point. Is going to be morphed in here shortly. Charges being researched out of the Twilight Council for Neeb. And we're starting to see, you know, those continued upgrades. So level 2, which is ground armor, level 2 and ground weapons. Level 2 are going to be finishing up here very shortly in the next few seconds for Neeb. And so Neeb is in a really nice position when it comes to the upgrade count as well. So we'll have to kind of keep tabs on what both these players are, you know, deciding to do here as we, you know, get into the later stages of this game. We are going to see a couple of spine crawlers coming in, but it looks like our Protoss player is not afraid at this point. He wants to go right after a lot of these units. It does look like the Corruptors are going to be target fired by those Stalkers. The force fields come in. Beautiful force fields once again. Absolutely dominating for Neeb, playing so well right now, doing so much damage with those Colossus, and they're all, for the most part, still standing almost. It does look like, once again, the GG comes in, and Neeb takes a commanding 2-0 lead over his opponent. I hope you guys did enjoy this game between Neeb and Elazer, and if you guys did, leave a thumbs up, subscribe for new, stay positive, and I'll talk to you guys all in game number 3.